if the word school, back to school, evokes fear in you, you are going to want to listen to this and save it, because I'm going to give you 3 tips that are so important that are going to help you ensure that this year is not going to be a repeat of last year. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Alison Solomon. I'm an ADHD parent coach on a mission to help you and your child. My mission is simple. I don't want any child with ADHD to ever feel that they are lazy, unmotivated, oppositional, rude, and defiant. And I don't want any parent to feel hopeless, that there is, and that feeling of, I don't know how I'm going to help my child. So let me go through my 3 strategies, and then I'm going to talk about my free masterclass that I'm holding next week, which I don't know why you wouldn't register for, because it's absolutely free, and I'm really going to be walking you through back to school strategies. So my first strategy, write the dang letter. What do I mean? Before the school year begins, you should be writing a letter to every single one of your children's teachers, including the gym teacher, highlighting what your kids' strengths are, what their challenges are, and the strategies that are going to help your child. Now, there's few thoughts that are going through your head right now. Oh, Alison, my child has an IEP or a 504 or whatever your school calls it. I don't need to do that. Sorry, folks. I don't mean to be rude, but that IEP 504 is not worth the piece of paper that it's written on, because IEP language does not translate into teacher implementation language. Please don't come after me. I know this sucks, and I am all for getting kids IEPs and 504s, but a lot of that language is not translating in the classroom, and many teachers are not being told what the strategy is behind that accommodation. So you therefore need to be advocating for your child. You need to know, these are the strategies that work best for my child with ADHD. If you know, for example, that your child gets extremely dysregulated, then you need to be telling the teacher, hey, listen, these are the signs when my child is getting dysregulated, and here is what you can do. So if they're younger, that option might look like having a heavy box of books in the classroom, and the child can then take that box to the office. If they're older, it might be about allowing them to put on noise-canceling headphones while they are doing independent work. There are 1,000 different strategies, and if you don't know, Houston, we have a problem, because the school doesn't know, and if you don't know, who the hell's helping your child? That's really why people join my program. So the letter needs to be in bullet points, it needs to be short, and it needs to tell that teacher exactly what your child needs. Now, don't overwhelm the teacher. I limit everything to 3. 3 strengths, 3 challenges, and 3 strategies. Okay? That is step number 1. Now, if you want to kick it up a notch, because I am all about kicking up a notch, your child should be writing a letter, whether they are 6 or 16, to the teacher, introducing themselves, letting the teacher know, hey, my name's Alison, I have an IEP 504 or ECHP. These are my challenges, and this is the support that I need. The most important skill you can teach your child is self-advocacy. ADHD does not disappear when your child goes to high school, goes to university, or goes to the workplace. Your child is going to need to advocate, and we teach self-advocacy, A, by us modeling it, so that's you writing the letter, and B, getting them to write the letter. So tip number 1, write the damn letter. Number 2, you need to be crystal clear about what homework means in your home. Most of you do the following. If you don't do your homework, I'm going to take away screens. And the kid is like, hello, you didn't even tell me what the expectations are. So you need to be crystal clear as to what your expectations are around homework, when it's done, and what happens when it's not done. Because if that's not crystal clear, and crystal clear is not verbally just telling your child, crystal clear is making sure that that is written down, because in the ADHD brain, verbal doesn't stick. So make sure that you are clear as to when homework's going to be done. And when you think about this, you really need to be asking yourself the questions, can my child do their homework without anyone's help? Do they need me around if they need to ask questions? Do they need, what other support do they need? Because if your child is battling to do homework and you had this expectation, oh, if you don't do your homework, no screens, well, you're not really helping your child, because they don't have the skills yet to be doing their homework. So I want you to be really clear as to know what your child's executive functioning profile is. And if you don't know what executive functions are and you don't know what your kid's executive functioning profile is, please, folks, I'm begging you, you need to understand what executive functions are and how they impact your child. Because if you don't understand, your child is going to constantly battle and they're going to start to believe that they're lazy and unmotivated. So what are executive functions? The ability to manage your time, the ability to plan, the ability to recall what you need to do, the ability to organize your thoughts, the ability to organize your stuff, the ability to begin a task, the ability to manage your emotions, the ability to be aware of what you need to do, the ability to push through even when it's hard. That is executive functioning skills. That is exactly what I teach parents how to teach their kids, because without those skills, your kid cannot do their homework. And number 3, you best be setting your kid up for success in your home. What do I mean? Your kid is going to struggle academically, or they're going to struggle on the playground, but life is a struggle for any kid with ADHD. I don't care how old they are. You can't control what happens in the classroom. You certainly cannot control what happens on the playground or in the hallways, but what you can control is your home. And if you can create opportunities every single day for your child to experience success, you are building their self-esteem, you are making them feel good. And when we feel good, we can do good. When we feel like a failure, when we feel like we can't achieve anything, guess what? We give up on ourselves. So in boot camp, I make parents ask this question every single morning. How am I making my kid feel successful today? And there is so many different ways. Maybe you have a kid who's really good at technology, and so every single day they're helping you, helping you with technology. It's really, really easy to find ways to make your kids successful. And if you're like, oh my gosh, I cannot think of anything, then you know what I suggest you do? Just start with giving your child, noticing the glimmers every single day, those little things that your kid are doing that is amazing and spectacular. Now, please don't tell me, oh, I always tell my kid, good job, and that's fabulous. I'm going to tell you, none of that stuff flies on your kid with ADHD. When I talk about specific positive praise, or glimmers, I'm talking about really highlighting and complimenting the process. So, those are 3 tips in my back to school masterclass, which is happening on August the 20th, which is next Thursday. I'm going to go into a lot more detail. I'm really going to explain what executive functions are. I'm really going to help you to understand the root of your behavior. I'm really going to talk about what you need to be telling teachers. So I hope you're going to join me. It's absolutely free. There is 0 reason why you shouldn't sign up. And learn, because as they say, what is the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and thinking that things are going to change. So I've dropped in the comments my link to join my free masterclass. It is free, but there is obviously a limited number of spots, and that's not on me, that's on Zoom. So if you want a spot, I suggest you sign up right now, get a spot, because here's what I'm going to tell you. ADHD is complex. ADHD, the American Pediatric Association recommends 3 ways, the three things you need to be doing to help your ADHD child. 1 is medication, number 2 is parent training, and number 3 is skill training. So if you are not doing all those things, don't expect to get a good result. If you're doing 1 of those 3, then you're only going to get a third of the result. I specialize in parent training because I am you. I was the parent who wanted so much to help my child, but actually did not know because no one had showed me. So I hope to see you in my free masterclass. Life can get better. And you know what? Our kids with ADHD actually deserve better, because they are not lazy. They are not unmotivated. They are not rude, and they are not defiant. They are just living in homes and schools which don't understand the ADHD brain. And our kids deserve better, and we have to be the catalyst for change. It starts with us, not the school, not coaches, nobody else. It starts with us. So I hope you're going to join me in my free masterclass. I hope you enjoyed this little live, and I look forward to seeing you next Thursday. Because if you like this, let me tell you, Thursday is this on steroids, but my boot camp is this like 600 times X. See you all on Thursday. Have a good one.